You want to hear my GWAR story?
You got a GWAR story?
I got a GWAR story.
Dude,
so
GWAR
we opened up for GWAR at the Gathering of the Juggalos.
Oh. Do you like ICP?
Fuck yes. I love the Gathering of the Juggalos. I'm wearing a Twisted
insane.
shirt, fool.
You guys have to go to the Gathering.
But the Gathering's the best. You should go set the podcast up at the Gathering.
Dude, I like legit like
the Boyscast at the Gathering.
People think I'm like fucking around. It's like when Fuck the World came out when I was like grade 6 or whatever. I was like, this is the shit.
Yeah, no, fuck.
And bitches with ODB. Like that was when I first like,
I toured with them. I did probably a 45 cities with them, 45, 50 cities with Twisted. Sick. I did a bunch of shit with them. When we played the Gathering, we're opening up for GWAR. And the only left original member is Big Balls. Right? He's the fat dude that has the big balls that hang off of him. and I knew that he was the last original member, one of the last two. So when I get done, I walk over and he's sitting on his production, like waiting on us to finish so they can, he's just sitting there trying to stay the fuck out of it. You could tell he didn't want nobody to bother him. And I walked over. This is the only time this happened in my whole career. And I walk over, I go, hey, Big Balls, man, y'all shit is fucking hilarious. I was like, yo, can I grab a pic? It would be legendary. Big Ball looked up straight at me, never moved. He looked up at me, this was his answer. You ready? He went, huh. And then looked straight back down, and that was it. No picture. He did not acknowledge me again. I stood there. I said another sentence or two. He never looked back up at me. His fucking old anal bitch was just like, I would have loved it if he looked at me and been like, dog, no. Yeah. I've been doing this for fucking 40 years, and I'm tired. Yeah. I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm just not getting up to take a picture. Hey, man, maybe after the show, lie to me. Punt me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Give me the old, I got you. I'm getting in the pre-show headspace. I'd have been respect. Yeah. Big Ball went, huh. It looked straight back down.
Would you give him the awkward, you go, anyways. I'll just
I kind of stood there. I was like, well, shit, have a good set, dog. And he just never looked back up, and I went on.
Well, I do think that the more maketop and costume you have for your performance, the more it starts to suck when you're over it.
Man.
Like, imagine the guy on tour getting in a fight with his wife, and she's like, you don't even fucking talk to me anymore, and blah, blah. And he's like, I gotta take the kids here. And you're like, shut up, I gotta put my dick costume on.
I gotta go into 2 hours of makeup.
Yeah, like I used to think, like ICP, a little bit of that, but there's, I don't know, I think like I could guess Kiss, but those are probably the most ones. But yeah, like if you're kind of just
I forgot how much
Mudvayne
paints up. I got to spit in Chad's face, their lead singer. Yeah, because he puts blood in somebody's mouth and spits it, so it gets that splatter effect every night, that like blood that's on his face.
That's how he does it?
Yeah, and he was like, will you spit in my face? And I was like, are you asking me to spit in your face? He was like, yeah, and I got like a sister that's a huge Mudvayne fan. I was like, oh, this is the coolest shit ever.
Yeah,
I was like, video this for my sister. I was like, fuck yeah, my sister just fucking flipped. She's like, no fucking way.
That is so much of a funny thing though too, where eventually someone's gonna be like, there's gotta be like a better way to apply this.
Like a spray bottle.
He goes, it's gotta be authentic.
The best would be if he goes,
he's a purist.
The best would be like,
and what's crazy is he let us do it twice. Me and Zach Myers. Zach Myers from Shinedown. We both did it. And then his wife hit me. She's she does Sirius XM for the Octane. She's a host on the show, Chad's wife. Yeah. And she was like, I do it every night. I'm glad y'all were there. And I thought to myself then, I was like, how the fuck would he do it if nobody was there? There's a dude in the crew that just always catches that strike.
He's like a security guy. He goes, hey, can you come spit in my face?
Someone that works at the venue.
I'd let my wife spit in my face too. You know what I mean? I think she has actually, but
dude,
not blood.
So fucking funny.
Yeah, but they still paint up real big.
Are you glad that you never in the Juggle era started to put a costume on that you have to wear forever?
Yeah, for sure, man. I was always just into the culture of it. You know what I mean? It's like I just love the culture, the gathering, the music, the people, the way they come together and get fucked up. We trip acid every time we do the gathering. I played 9 gatherings.
9?
Oh yeah,
dude! I do want to go. Yeah,
I was there.
Tom Green did it one year.
Tequila got thrown shit at.
That was when Tom Green was there.
I was there. Remember? It was awesome. It was so good. As cool as you think it was when you read it, even cooler. Really? There's no way, because this is back in magazine articles. You had to read about it. Yeah. When you read it and you thought to yourself, haha, no. It was I was there. It wasn't funny because I think the girl was scared at some point. But it was really, really funny before that point because she was acting like she was out there like taunting them.
What exactly happened? What was the story?
Well, she walked out and started singing, and Juggalos will boo you. They don't like you. That's just how they are, and they don't even mean it maliciously. They're just like
she kind of didn't know the whole thing. She was like, "I'm doing the show for your little clown." It's
like the Apollo. Thing. It's just like this is just part of the thing.
And I did talk to the clowns. They actually didn't think, so they told me, don't know how to believe it, But they really didn't think that he would have a problem. They thought that it would be kind of like a novelty act.
Yeah, kind of goofy.
And the girl went out there, and some people started booing, and then it turned into you know about the boo birds, right?
What's the boo birds?
Oh, you lucky
I need
fucks!
1 second. I'll be right back.
You got pissed?
Yeah, no, he's probably got his
Right over there.
he's probably got to shit his brains out. You're just gonna piss right there in the corner.
Dude, I was gonna piss my brains out. I'll be 20 seconds.
No, good for you.
Dude, he's been drinking so much water,
Yeah.
fucking, because he's so
Recovering.
stressed about losing his voice. So he's just been like chugging water.
No, that's the trick. Tons of water and sleep.
Yeah, because he used to be in a band. He used to have all these, like, he's had like the vocal surgeries and all the shit. He was like a drummer and it's basically half deaf. Do you guys?
No, I knew that he had a music background when he looked at me and said, "So how scared for your voice are you?" And as soon as he used the term "scared for your voice," I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, no, he's sang before." I'm like fucking petrified. Even
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
desert, I'm not trying to be outside in it all day.
Yeah,
I'm trying to stay the
fuck
fuck
that.
away.
Oh, is that
from it.
even like that? Like where
Yeah,
it's
really
too
dry stuff will dry your voice out.
What a fucking nightmare to have
Yeah.
to deal with that. And I guess there's nothing you can do other than
You know, the hardest part is the easiest way. The three things that your voice. I should wait and tell him all this, but the three things that are the most important for the recovery of your voice is hydration,
yeah,
sleep, and relaxing it.
just like not talking.
Trying not to talk. If you do talk, try not to get.
Dude, that's actually the ultimate thing. Like if you have like with your girl or whatever,
Yeah.
it's just like,
Yeah, be the ultimate play right. Just like
dude,
I
that's
don't
the
know what
best.
to
Like,
tell you.
sometimes
I
my
just
girl,
can't
sometimes
talk.
today, this morning, I was like, my girl was
No,
talking.
no,
I'm
I've
like,
had to
I
do
can't
days
talk.
of vocal rest. I've had to do days where it's like if I'm gonna be able to sing for the next week straight,
Yeah,
and I just sang for a week straight, I need to not talk today.
yeah.
You know, the hard part of it is though is that you
just
come
blowing
off
up your phone.
stage, you're in such a fucking good energy. Everybody wants to talk. You want to talk because you're fucking on a high,
Yeah.
and you can't. Or you're not, you know what I mean? Like it's just, so people think I'm a dickhead now because the older I get, I go straight to the bus after the show.
Yeah.
And I spend like 30, 45 minutes in there before I'll even talk to anybody.
Yeah.
And I just let the vocal rest. Dude.
Oh,
I'll
you're like
talk.
really? That's what you're doing? Is
Yeah, I'm just not screaming. I'm
gotta
just drinking
decompress,
water.
too.
I'm decompressing. I'm trying to get the head switched out. Dude, I was just telling him,
fucking piss man over here.
and I'll give it to you right quick on the podcast.
Cut everyone in line, dude.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I'll give it to you this way. Three things. My dude taught me this. Brent Smith, the lead singer for Shinedown, is best singer I've ever seen live. Consistently every night. I've seen maybe better on one-offs. Because when it's a one-off, it's like, oh, I'm fixing to squeeze my ass cheeks together and leave it here. Fuck if I have a voice. First night of tour, I said, Brent, what do you do for your voice? He said, hydration, sleep.
It's number one, yeah.
Number one, he's like, you have to sleep. He said that is like every other muscle in your body. It will only truly recover when you are asleep. And hydration and relaxing it. So if you ever get really nervous about it and you can just take a day where you don't talk to a bunch of people, just try not to talk.
Yeah.
Well, it is one of those things though where you're just like sleep more, and you're like, yeah, duh, I can't. Like I'm leaving tomorrow at 6 or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like it's almost like you go, what's better for your voice? It's like, oh, just speak low and don't party and
when-
like,
when-
sing a lot. You go, oh, okay,
Yeah,
fuck it. That's-
I'll do that starting now. I was just telling him
You're
my
like,
problem
what
is.
el- okay, okay, but not that. What else?
Yeah. It's like, what else can we do? Well, hydration's a good one. Well, I tell him my issue I have is when I come off stage. Like everybody wants to talk. I want to talk. I'm excited. Everybody wants to go party. You know what I mean? And it's like, dude, I just spent 90 minutes like pushing this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, well, you'll see the show tonight. Like, I push that motherfucker, dude. I'm not up there having a casual conversation like this. Like, I'm fucking I'm squeezing my ass cheeks together and I'm going for it a lot. You know what I mean? But
Do you know what I will actually say? Like, is one that kind of does help. It's like I don't like just if your ab muscles are in shape. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that doesn't mean like having abs. That means like I'm sure when you're singing every night, your ab muscles are more in shape.
sure.
You know what I mean? So you'll just lose it a little less. You stop even you talk a little less like this. So you start to talk properly because you're just normal. But
I've been losing weight. I got a nutritionist on the road with me that works with a bunch of UFC fighters.
Nice.
And
I'm not to downplay it, but that is funny if someone's like, I'm a nutritionist. You go, who do? You go, Jelly Roll. You go, I'll probably get someone else.
Yeah, right. Right. And he's actually Conor McGregor's guy, right? I got Conor McGregor's guy, and I'm like, I hope that when your legacy's done, you're not judged on what you did for me. You know what I mean?
Man.
Yeah.
Talk to us in 12 months or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
No,
for
I really am losing the weight, and he.
That's not gonna be on the resume yet.
But we'll go out and we'll box.
Oh, really?
And he'll be like, "How do you, like, you breathing better than everybody out here?" And I was like, oh no, that's from the stage.
Yeah.
I know how to control my breath. Like I know how not to push myself to the point of losing my breath, because that's a very important part of my job every night.
It's huge.
Like I got to push myself, but not to the point of being up there fucking like I was when y'all made me walk 7 flights of steps in this fucking podcast. My fucking body temperature just cooled down. I had to walk the whole Fremont in flip-flops, and then got here and had to walk up a fucking
everybody's
pretty much
bugging
to
you
a
and
fucking roof.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking immediately walk in, and they're like, the microphone's in there, and I'm standing outside the door sounding like a French bulldog.
They're so scared,
You
huh?
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm standing outside the door like, I hope we're not loud.
He's at the top of a tower.
I know.